it's Dave with Learning to Uke, and what we're going to do, I'm in Ohio visiting family and happened to be in their living room and noticed this little ukulele sitting there, so I asked about it, and it's an ukulele. I'm just going to give you just a quick beginner's look at, so an overview on a couple things in case this is an ukulele that you're considering purchasing. This was actually a gift to my daughter from my son-in-law. And she's a musician, plays guitar, piano, and all that. And I think she just wanted something to enjoy and have easy to grab and easy to play. And this is like the perfect instrument for that. This is the Kala KA-SLNG, which means soprano, long neck, gloss finish. Meaning that it's a soprano-sized body, double bout body, but it's got a long neck. It's got a concert-sized neck, which is actually 18 frets, which feels really good. So if you're looking for something where maybe it's that soprano size that you might love in an ukulele, but something that maybe you can play, maybe more a broader range of chords to play on, this might be the ukulele for you. This is now this particular ukulele, just kind of looking it over the last few days, I'm really impressed with it. Kala makes good ukuleles. They really do. And so they typically tend to be really, really good quality instruments. Can't really go wrong with the Kala, in my opinion. And this particular one is no exception. Now, this is the length of this ukulele total is 22 inches. And as I mentioned, that's long for a soprano ukulele because it has a long neck. It has a concert size or 18 fret neck on it, and it's still very comfortable to hold. It's not super heavy. It's not awkward or clunky to hang on to. This ukulele, it looks really nice. I mean, doesn't have too much going on it, style wise and looks wise. The aesthetics of the ukulele is really appealing. I love that gloss finish. I didn't clean it before doing the video, so there's a lot of fingerprints on it, but you can see the gloss is done really well. There's a good picture there on the front, back, and sides, and even the neck. It's all gloss. Now the ukulele itself, the front, sides, and back are laminate mahogany, and then the neck is solid mahogany. Now the gloss finish on it is done really well. It's not like too heavy or too sticky like some gloss instruments can be with a gloss finish. It's like perfectly done. And even the neck. I know some people frown on gloss finishes, especially on the neck, because it can feel sticky, and this doesn't. It's super easy to play. It's not sticky. It looks good, and it feels good. This particular ukulele, you can see it's got cream binding, which I think sets it off really well. You know, again, not overdone, but just classy kind of looking for an ukulele. It's got a little decoration around the sound hole. So that looks really nice. I don't know if that's a decal or if it's in there. Can't really. It looks like it's probably under the gloss. It's got I believe the bridge and I think the bridge and the fretboard look to be rosewood. Some specs, when you look up the ukulele, will say that it's a walnut, but it looks really light to be walnut. It might just need oil too, but I do believe that's rosewood. As far as the nut and the saddle, that is the graphite new bone, so it's a composite material made nut you can see right there, and saddle. It's non-composite. It's not so it's I don't know if it's some sort of plastic and other material, but it's made really, really well, really durable. This ukulele has tie back strings, so it's super easy to change. And as far as strings go, like most Kalas, they send them out. They come with Aquila strings, which are good quality strings. They tend to have a warmer, mellow sound if that's what you're going for. My recommendation was to maybe change the strings with Martin fluorocarbons. Tends to get a little bit of a brighter sound. You might lose a little bit of that warmth, but it'll sound a little bit less, I don't know if muted is the word, or dull, that you can get with the heavier keyless strings. That's just preference, I think. But these sound really good. It's got your typical Kala tuners. I don't know if Kala has their own tuners or what brand they use. I don't know if it's specified. And it's got open gear tuners. But they look really, they're easy to tune. They're made really well, really good quality. And as I mentioned, the neck is, though the body is laminate mahogany front, sides, and back, the neck is actually solid mahogany. And it looks really sharp. I love the grain patterns on this ukulele. You can see that. Kind of show that off a little bit. And you can just see a couple of the places where the neck was put together. Right here. And then back here towards the heel, which is really typical on ukuleles. I love the grain pattern even on the neck. And of course, it's got your typical Kala crown headstock with the Kala logo on it. And again, the cream binding, which I think sets it off. Now, Kala doesn't send out their ukuleles with strap buttons. That's something you can always add if you would like to put a strap on it. Any music store can do that for you. Super cheap. Some people do it at home. I'm always afraid to do it, but there are videos all over YouTube on how to do that. But yeah, so it's the Kala KA-SLNG. I'm going to kind of, I don't know if you can see the model number and the sticker in there. And I think the number after the model number, try to get closer, is actually the year it was made. And if I'm correct on that, this would have been made in 2018. If you know something different, feel free to comment below on anything that you might know. But it's made really well. It's not awkward feeling. It's not super heavy. Even though it's got the long neck, it's not like awkward to play that way or awkward to hold. It's light enough. Made super quality. The laminate is not like super thick either. So the gloss finish is like perfect. It's not too thick, not too heavy, and the laminate isn't like super thick and heavy as well, which really helps with intonation and sound of the ukulele. For being a smaller ukulele, a soprano, has great sound. And you can look inside. It's got some really, you can just see it's really well made. The purfling inside, and let me take a look. Yeah, I can't really see in there. I don't have a camera, unfortunately, but if you did, you say, well, that is a nice looking inside of an ukulele. But here you got, just play a couple things on it. Now, again, it's strung left-handed because my daughter's left-handed. I'm right-handed. So, yeah, this will be a bit of a challenge. But, just to give you an idea of the sound. Anyway, so it has good sound. It's made really well, looks nice. Whether you're just starting out or if you're just wanting to have something around the house that you don't have to worry about humidifying because it is laminate, don't have to worry so much about that. Yet looks really appealing. Your guest will see it right away and go, "Oh, you got an ukulele," and they will be impressed. Now, I will say this: I measured the action at the 12th fret, and I use these little really simple measuring gauge. You can see there it measures the millimeters, and it's recommended for your action at the 12th fret to be somewhere between 2.5 and 3. Anything beyond 3 will be hard on your fingers, and then when you start getting at 2, you can risk some buzzing. And it actually measures 2.5 at the 12th fret, which is perfect. Now, I will say the ukulele wasn't purchased at a big box store. And I'm not dissing big box stores, but I suspect because it was purchased at a local private-owned music store, they probably set it up. They probably set the action up, which is one of the benefits of buying local. Not only are you supporting a local business, but you're building a relationship with the local music store, and they typically will take care and make sure that the music they're putting or the instrument they're putting in your hands is the best that it can be. And I think just to give them a plug, it's a store called Pfabes in Painesville, Ohio. So anyway, check out the Kala KA-SLNG. I'd recommend it. It's a great sounding ukulele. It looks nice. It feels good. Now, with any Kala ukulele, you're just going to get the ukulele. If you're buying from a store, maybe they'll throw in gig bag and tuners and that. Probably not. You probably would have to buy that separate. I know when you buy Kala ukuleles from Kala, like you don't get a bag with it. You can order one and pay for one separate. So this one came with just the ukulele, I believe. So that's one thing that people have a little bit of a gripe with Kala, is it doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but a lot of people don't need them. They're just really well made, attractive. Kala is known for making a quality instrument that they stand behind. I will say, I forgot to mention, you do have your dots on the 5th, 7th, 10th, and 12th fret. And then you've got dots you have your side dots, which is helpful as well. Maybe not so much for my daughter, because she will be playing it this way. Well, there will be no dots because she's left-handed, so it's strung upside down. But if you're looking for an ukulele, check it out. Kala's KA-SLNG. Happy strumming.